Hi again, it's Carol Duffy here, Senior Play Therapist in Tusla in Mayo. So I'm back to talk to you about some more play ideas that can really promote your child's regulation, give you some really positive interactive play moments together that can boost their coping. We spoke the last day a little bit about opportunities that can present themselves when you engage in the sensory play ideas that I was suggesting to you with the sensory bins. And there's loads of opportunities in that for you to notice your child's problem solving or planning or motor skills or their ingenuity, their creativeness. And each time you do that, you amplify, you turn up the sound on their own recognition of their own skills. So you reflect to them a really positive mirror of how able they are. And for many children today, they compare themselves against another who's better at drawing, who's better at maths, who's better at running, who's better at football. I wish I was that good. So for a child to find their own capacities, this is what I can do. And the more we do that, we really build strong sense of efficacy and self-esteem. And it comes from within because it's happening. They're having an embodied experience of engaging with play in an interactive way with someone they love and who they love them in return. So they really feel that volume being turned up, the high definition experience of themselves as very able-bodied young people. And that will stand to them as they continue to grow in their development, because they're going to grow with an internal voice that tells them, I can, as opposed to I cannot. So, as I said, and as I will always say, there is no way we can take away big emotions, and nor should we. We shouldn't deny children access to their big feelings, because it's how they learn about the world. It's where those big memories start to happen. It's being with someone and not being alone with those big emotions and developing skills and greater capacities to respond to them that really makes the difference between the child who's very securely attached and resilient versus the child who struggles that bit more. And our children will go up and down in that capacity as they grow. So you might be having a week this week where you think, oh my gosh, my child really struggles with that. But remember, that's a moment in time. It is still their childhood. Childhood is the time where we learn, where we're met with these big waves of emotions and where our caregivers help us through them. Okay, so one of the things that really help us with big emotions is breath work. And I mentioned this to you in one of the earlier videos. And I also mentioned how challenging it can be for the child when you say take a deep breath or count to 10. And I love one of my favourite expressions is never in the history of anyone calming down has anyone calmed down by being told to calm down. And often when a child is at their most anxious or irritated or angry, inviting them to a place of calm in a direct cognitive way, reminding you of the 3 R's that I spoke about. We must start with regulation first. So inviting them in a cognitive way might be you're targeting the wrong area. So we have to find ways to engage the child in breath work that's fun, playful, and that will promote positive emotions and inoculate against stress and counter condition stress and promote attachment while doing so. So I want to give you some nice ideas about playful ways that you can incorporate breath. Okay, and an important thing to think about with breath work is that it is the long, slow out breath that can really promote that feeling of well-being, that calm, just right, optimal presence. Okay, so I'm going to start off with our old favourite, which is bubbles. Now, for the child who might need that bit of waking up, they can blow lots of bubbles, like so. Okay, loads of bubbles there. And if you're playing a family game, that can be great fun and asking everyone to pop those bubbles as fast as you can. That'll certainly increase the cardio of everyone, like so. And then you have to pop, 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 pop. And you can increase the challenge by starting off and telling everyone, show me your popping finger, or show me your popping elbow, or can anyone pop it on their nose? Can anyone pop it on their right ear? Can anyone pop it on their big toe? And all those things extend the challenge, extend the child's capacity to reach out past their present window of tolerance in a comfortable way. So you stretch their ability and their ability to manage bigger feelings and bigger challenges in a really gentle, playful way. But when you want to extend the out breath, a really nice way to use bubbles is to ask the child, and you can use that lower voice tone as well to invite that calming presence to invite the child who can blow the biggest bubble. Let's see if we can blow it as big as our nose. Let's see if we can blow it bigger than our nose. And the way to do that is to blow soft and slow and gentle. So quiet that you mightn't even be able to hear it. And I learned that tip from a wonderful woman called Paris Goodyear-Brown, who's contributed huge amounts to the field of trauma, attachment, and understanding how to respond to our little and big people who struggle with anxiety. So let's see if we can blow a really big bubble. So I'm going to blow really soft and slow. Nobody laugh. There's my big bubble. Oh, bounce across the table. I'll see if I can do one more. Okay, I'll try and move it closer so you can see it. Oh, that one popped on me. And again, like I said in the video before, when things go wrong, that's a great opportunity for you to show your child how they can right themselves again. It doesn't matter if it doesn't work out, because we can try again. Oh, there's a big one. So blowing that big bubble, it's harder than it looks, trust me, is a nice way to increase the breath and the slow breath. Another really good way to promote the use of breath and playfulness is using straws and cotton balls or feathers. So a really nice game, you can use little pom-poms like that that's escaping me, or just cotton balls that you might be using at home for any reason. Okay, and you can make these games in a teamwork way, in an individual way, and you can increase nurture, or you can increase challenge or structure, which are domains of a model of therapy called TheraPlay. I've done some training in TheraPlay, and I'm not a certified TheraPlay practitioner, but I have done the level 1 TheraPlay training. And so I've learned a lot from them about the use of attachment play techniques and how they can promote all the kind of things I've been talking to you about. Okay, so using your pom-pom, let's see who can blow the pom-pom the furthest with one breath. Okay, so using our straws. For the smaller child who might struggle to get their mouth around the straw, they can just use their own mouth and just blow it. And again, the challenge is to see if you can get them to blow it in one long breath. Okay. Oh, there it goes. You can increase the challenge by having a game of football. So your child, or you can play games of mammies and daddies against the boys and girls, or mammies against daddies, or whatever way you want to look at it, whatever way your family is made up, you can increase the challenge by having you both play football against one another. Okay, so I'm going to blow it, and I'm going to pretend that you, who is watching, is blowing that ball right back at me. But basically, it's going to blow it all the way across the table. Or a feather. And there are so many ways you can use blowing techniques. And another way that's really nice to use is you can try and suck up those cotton balls and see how far you can carry them. So let's see. There we go. Harder than it looks. And a really nice way to extend that game is you or the child can hold their hands out in a cup, and your challenge is to suck up the cotton ball and blow and drop it into their hands. Or else blow the cotton ball so it lands into their hands like a goal. So again, you can increase or decrease the challenge as you think fits your child's needs at that moment the best. Because remember, it's about finding what works best for your child. And the golden rule of play is that it should feel playful. It should not promote stress. It should promote joy, laughter, and smiles together. Okay, mutual joy. Another really nice thing that's really good for breath work, and you can really build up the language around stress or big emotions like anger or excitement or fear, is you can create your own little dragon using toilet roll holders. So it's just a toilet roll holder, and I cut out some jagged shapes at the bottom, and I put some crepe paper. But in times of need where I haven't had crepe paper, I've just used cut toilet roll, as in the actual toilet roll itself, or kitchen roll paper, anything at all. And again, you don't even have to use that. And I've stuck a lollipop stick in at the back. We've coloured it and we put googly eyes on. We're going to use this, I call this my fiery Fidelma. So when I have some fiery feelings inside and I need to blow them out, I'm going to call on fiery Fidelma and so the moment of success, that moment of triumph and efficacy comes when we see the streamers blowing. Now for the smaller child who mightn't have this power of breath to even make that happen, then that's not the idea. The idea is let's just see if you can blow or make a big loud sound like whoo, like the wind. So really, when you're engaged in these playful experiences, you're trying to set the child up for success. The challenge should not be so great that the child can't meet it. And another lovely and foolproof idea is blowing up the balloon and letting it squirt around the room, making a funny noise. It's a really good way to promote joy and also breath work. So here we go before I say goodbye for today. As big as you can without bursting it, and then off he goes. Woo! So find some time to put some play in your day and see how it works out for you. See you next time.